microphone. And then I'm at the motel today, so I'm in the Flower Power room. Gorgeous, stunning. I don't have any of my, YouTube stuff with me, but hello to the girls. This gonna be a big one. This one's for the girls. I'm gonna check in with the girls. You know what? I'm gonna open a window so I can read the chat. I'm gonna open a window. I'm gonna open a window. You guys, we just did new air conditioning in all the rooms at the motel. Look how cool. I don't know if you can see it from here. Look how cool that is. It's a air conditioner. It's pink. Oh, have you ever seen a pink air? Is there anything more drag than a pink air conditioner? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna open up my own after party to watch my own chat because that's the only way I know how to watch my chat. Um, is there a chat? Is anyone chatting? Am I alone? Oh, I see PEG management. Hello, PEG management. Hello. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? I mean, I can't believe I used to do 2 streams a week. Like, stress me out. It looks like we have 800 concurrent viewers. Hello, everyone. I don't see a chat. I'm just gonna be vulnerable and say that I don't see anybody chatting, and maybe it's not open. Maybe the chat's not open. I have a really hard time believing 800 people and nobody wants to type any messages to me. Hello, Bob. Hi, Bob. Yes, I'd like to talk to Bob YouTube, please, about the chat feature on the after party. Yes, I'll hold. So, I mean, we just saw the video, right? Pretty crazy. I wrote, I'll just make up my own questions. Hey, how did you write this song? Well, thank you so much for your question. I was, gosh, 2 Halloweens ago? 2 Halloweens ago, I went with David to, Christine McConnell's house up in Lake Arrowhead. If you guys don't know Christine McConnell, she's like an interior designer, antique restorer. Like, she's one of those people just as good at everything. I went to her house in Lake Arrowhead, and she has a house. If you go to her YouTube channel, she has a YouTube channel. Everything in her house is like ookie spooky, hallowookie, and so I'm just gonna make sure everything's okay. All right. Well, anyway, it was really spooky, and her house looks like all like, you know, fancy old timey time stuff. And I was sitting in her guest room, and I don't know, her house kind of feels like it's from like Hansel and Gretel or something. Like everything that she has plugins plugged in that smell like nutmeg and stuff. And you know, I'm gonna turn the air conditioner off. This is probably kind of loud. I'm making a sacrifice for you people. I'm turning the air conditioning off. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, anybody on my end who's a part of this chat, can we make sure can we see why nobody can chat? Why can't I talk to my people? So I'm sitting there. I'm with David. We're celebrating like our 5-year anniversary, and I start playing this song, and I start thinking. I mean, I think Alice in Wonderland metaphors are kind of played out, but for some reason, I just felt like really inspired by that day. And so basically, I wrote a song about being the person in a relationship who's always trying to like run out the back door because nothing's going poorly. So you're like, what's wrong? You know, for some of us, when you're in a relationship that's good, you're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that song's kind of about that. Like, what if the relationship's going fine and you're just always kind of like ready to ditch, looking at the exits, planning for the worst. You have your head between your legs, you're ready to put your oxygen on. Just because, I mean, you know, you're always ready for the worst. And that song's kind of about that. And when I was writing it, I love Michelle Branch, and I always have. And she and I have a lot of similar favorite artists. We both love Alanis. We both love Amy Mann. We both love, there's a lot of artists we both love. Jason Isbell. And to me, this song sounded like old Michelle Branch music. So I was like, I sent it to her, and I was like, would you be interested in like having any part of this song? To me, it sounds like Spirit Room, like Hotel Paper era Michelle. And she listened to it, and she was like, oh, it actually makes me think of like, anyway, she was like, yeah. And I was like, great. So I sent it to her, and then she has a home studio, so she was able to record all her stuff remotely because at the time she was like 5 months pregnant. And then I go to her house, or no, she sends me videos of her singing my, like, pictures of her in the studio doing my song, which was so crazy, you guys. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. I started music because of Michelle Branch. So for her to be on a track with me was like really hard to believe. Really, really hard to believe. Um, oh, hi. People are chatting now. Hi, everyone. Sorry. Apparently, we had the live commentary turned off. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So, you gotta imagine me asking Michelle. I gotta imagine me sweating, right? I mean, I used to text Michelle like once a year on my birthday or on Christmas as like a gift to myself. I would allow myself to talk to her. I love her so much. So then for her to sing on the song, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You know, I sent the song to my producer, Nick Goldston, and I was like, to me, it sounds like, you know, everything I write sounds like Fountains of Wayne. Everything sounds like Amy Mann and Michelle, because I love all these people so much. So it was, it was really crazy to have her play on it. And it's so corny, but there's a few things in the song that I always really love. Like, there's the part, where we started. Anything with like 3 claps. I did it in Break Your Heart. I love sort of a, it's just a very Stacey's Mom moment, so I always want to do that. Hello from Britain. Hello, people from Britain. Hello. That's Australian. Wallpapers, everything. Oh yeah, if you're just joining, this is the Flower Power room. Let's see. I mean, you can see. We're at the motel. Look, there's the outside. We're out here. We just found out we're gonna have to drain the pool to do a little more maintenance on it before we open, which is fine. We have like a pool, like a railing that we like, but we're trying to switch it out for like a brand new one. We're gonna have to drain the pool to do it. I think we've drained this pool 4 times. Takes like 4 hours. Crazy. So anyway, who did the costumes? Great question. The costumes are all by Amy Sarazan, who's been doing all my Trixie costumes. She's done all of Queen of the Universe, all of I Like to Watch. She does pretty much all my costumes full time, and she did the looks. We were trying to do Alice in Wonderland without doing Alice in Wonderland, because, I mean, I just think Alice in Wonderland drag is kind of played out. And so it's little nods, like blue with like stripes, or like, you know, the look I had on in the dollhouse portion of the video. It's like light blue with little bows. Or like the part, the bridge of the song where I'm in that like mod black and white rabbit hood. There's rabbit things without doing rabbit, because I was just trying to be like, I just didn't want to dress like Alice, like an apron and like, I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. So the looks in the video are cool though. I mean, you got to give it up. I love all the looks equally. You got to give it up for the part where basically my pitch was, can we do Teletubby Land? I was like, I want a little fence around me, and I want 24 real rabbits jumping around. And this woman came, and she was a rabbit handler, and she had all these famous little rabbits who've been in movies and stuff. And I got to hold them, and they were so happy, and they were pooping everywhere. Rabbits poop everywhere, so I had to sit in this white rabbit outfit and not move, because I moved it all I could sit and poop. So I was like, can we do Playboy Bunny, like Pamela Anderson doing Teletubbies? Pamela Anderson doing Teletubbies, and I think we succeeded at that. Well, the Playboy Bunny look is my favorite. You look hot. Well, thank you. I agree. No, Michelle. Okay, Michelle, I asked her to be in the video, but you guys got to imagine. This was like 4 months ago. Michelle was 8 months pregnant, I think. 9 months pregnant. She was literally like 9 months pregnant. So I didn't expect Michelle to fly to Los Angeles, you know, to be in a music video. Plus, I mean, I knew I was going to have some of the band in there kind of like acting in like rabbit outfits. So I knew I was going to have a lot going on. And I was like, I don't really know where I would put Michelle in this anyway. But I mean, I love Michelle. She just put out a new single. You guys, a few months ago, I got to meet up with her. We went to brunch at Restoration Hardware in Nashville. You guys got to imagine. For me to sit at brunch with Michelle Branch, you have to imagine the psychological bubbling, the overflowing going on in my head sitting at brunch with her, you guys. It was so intense. My favorite outfit's the blue with the stripes. I thought that was cool too. It was kind of based on a 60s mod look we saw on Pinterest, where this girl had like a solid dress with vertical striped legs, and I was like, that is cool. I mean, my favorite look is the Playboy one. I might use it for Halloween. I just think it's so cute. And there's something about dressing like a Playboy bunny in drag. It just makes you feel like Elle Woods or something. How was the first time you all hung out? Thank you for asking. It was so wild for me. She was there with her brand new newborn, like a newborn. And she goes, well, let's meet up at Restoration Hardware. I was like, for brunch? She's like, well, some Restoration Hardwares have restaurants. I was like, what? So we went to Restoration Hardware and ate brunch. It was so crazy, you guys. I had a show in Nashville that night. Katya and I played the Ryman, I think. And you gotta imagine, for me to go, I was like, what? Off topic from the song, but the headboard is everything. I know, isn't that fierce? We had that built custom. If you guys haven't seen Trixie Motel, that was a custom headboard. It's so cool. So cool. Very fly, very sexy. And it's kind of, I do feel that Alice in Wonderland metaphors in general are kind of played out, but there was a few that I wanted to do, like Run Rabbit Run, or there's a part where I go, well, wanna make you taller, but the other makes you shrink down in size. There's just a few metaphors that I was like, we gotta do that. That's fun. And then I tried to look up things about Alice in Wonderland about the original book, Alice Through the Looking Glass. So like the bridge talks about like the glass that you're looking through, you know. By the way, we also have a tools launch this weekend. If anybody's around, we are launching tweezers, lash curlers, sponges, tools. We are launching tools at Trixie Cosmetics. So I'm looking at you hoes who are like, I want to have cosmetics from Trixie, but I don't wear makeup. Get the tweezers. Get the tweezers. Enjoy it. Treat yourself. Everybody can use tweezers. If you had the infinite budget, what would you change in the video, if anything? That is such a good question. Okay, I'm an independent artist, you guys, so I pay for my own videos. And I'll be transparent. This video costs like 30 grand, I think. Which is a lot. I mean, music videos cost so much, you guys. And 30 grand in a music video, guys, goes like that. Like that. Gone. 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 The cheapest video I ever made was video games. And video games was about 2 grand. And that's because it was literally some outfits, a projector, and then Nick Goldston, my music director, he edited it like pretty much, you know, as a favor. So video games was $2,000, which was by far the cheapest video I've ever done. But if I had $1 billion, I would have loved like 50 white rabbits in there of all different sizes. Some of those giant white rabbits too. I wish I could have built a dollhouse about this big, like maybe come up to like my chest, but had one half cut open, and I would have loved to do a shot where I'm in the dollhouse and it's open and I'm like this, like up inside it, like cramped. It's kind of Gwen Stefani, What You Waiting For, and I kind of did it for the promo for Grown Up. You can see me in a dollhouse in that, but thank you for answering my question. Girl, you got it. Whatever you want. How long did it take to make the video? Thanks, Chris. Chris Mondoro. Hey, Chris Mondoro. Say hey to the folks. Video took a day. Came in. I always come in drag. We shot the bunny suits first, and you guys gotta imagine my band in fuzzy bunny suits, sweating their balls off. Like they felt like me for the first time. They were so sweaty. I was like, I feel like this all the time. Now you guys know what it's like to be like hot. The video only took a day. So then we got into the Playboy bunny drag. And then we striked that set, and then we did the 60s mod thing, and then we did the dollhouse thing last. And the very last thing we did was a beauty shot with one of those crystals that spins. All those shots of me like doing this with my head spinning. That's how we did that. Trixie, what was the inspiration for the album? Well, you guys, albums are a lot of work and a lot of money and a lot of time. And COVID gave me so much time that I wrote a lot of music. So suddenly I had about twice as much music as I normally do, you know, because I'm not just a musician, so I don't write music all the time. I remember hearing stories about like Dolly Parton or Prince where they write like a song every day, and I was just like, that's never me. So I just wanted to make one big, like maybe the biggest album I'll ever make, and so that's why I did one big double album, because I think in the future I'll do more singles and EPs. I love short. I love YouTube. I love short things, short films, short stories, like I love short things. So this will probably be my biggest, longest record. But I just wanted to try to make something big. How many times did you write White Rabbit before you knew it was perfect? You know, I knew I was onto something because David and I were at Christine McConnell's house in Lake Arrowhead. And she let us come stay there because she's a Trixie fan. She watches the channel. Hi, Christine. And I was writing this song, and I write all my songs top to bottom. So the first, fun fact, I write the first line of the song, and I write it sequentially to the last line, which I've been told is insane. I believe Michelle even told me, like, you're weird for doing that. But that's just how I do it. So I remember it started with, well, I guess you saw your shadow and decided you would go back to sleep. And I was like, oh, this song is about a rabbit. Like, I knew I was going to write about a rabbit. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe we'll make it the rabbit with the clock, like the Flavor Flav clock. And maybe the metaphor is like somebody in a relationship who's basically suicide bombing it because they're like, I think in relationships when they're good, we can feel like we are being lied to, or we can be like, why has no one upset me yet? But I mean, you gotta force yourself in a good relationship to just be like, I guess it's good, and I guess that's okay. You don't have to be freaked out by that. Was the beginning end of the music video where you press the button of the tiny music player inspired by Candy on Drag Race? No, but now that you think of it, maybe. You know, drag queens, our brains are blenders, and whatever we see just goes in. So maybe it was. 'Cause, you know, I thought that was really iconic, that moment. When are you announcing the contest winners? Oh my God, let me text my team to text me who won right now. They'll tell me who won. How do you have time to record this album between the tour and everything else? Well, you guys, I take my guitar everywhere and I write all the time. And I record my songs on this phone with that microphone. And then I send a finished demo top to bottom to a producer. And then they basically build the track. And the next time in LA, we sing it. So the reason I can produce music without being home all the time is because people help me out. But it helps that I basically deliver a top to bottom finished song. And then all they have to do is construct it. This is my favorite music video so far. Oh, is this your favorite music video so far? My favorite, to be honest, my favorite is probably, I love Hello Hello. I think Hello Hello is great. I mean, I think it's one of the best videos I'll ever do. That was my favorite. How many songs would you say didn't make the cut? I would say there's probably 6. In fact, some of them, like Hello Hello, was written for Barbara and didn't get used on Barbara. So sometimes I finish songs and I go like, not right now. And then like in 2 years, I pick it up again and now I'm like, oh, I like this now. So sometimes songs get written and they just don't belong. Like I don't think Hello Hello belonged on Barbara. So that's why it didn't go on Barbara. Oh gosh, I'm trying to read. Would you make a music video at the motel? You never know. You never know. Next dream collab on a song, you guys. I have a few faves. I mean, I love Jason Isbell. I love Belinda Carlisle. I love the Go-Go's. I love Amy Mann. I have a lot of faves. So those would be some of my dreams. There's a lot of comedians who sing, who you don't know sing. Brittany Broski sings. I think I would love to do more music with comics who sing. Like, wouldn't it be fun to do an album collaborating where it's all comics doing songs together, but they're not funny, like earnest music? I don't know. How expensive was Hello Hello? I don't remember. It was a lot, though. When writing White Rabbit, did you have any second guesses or lines that didn't quite make the cut? Good question. No. I mean, I just go for it. Maybe that's psychotic. I just barrel through it. And if I feel like it's right, I write it down and I move on. I mean, you can sit there and you can create and you can edit, but you can't really do the same. You can't really do it together. So I usually just barrel it out. And when I finish the song, I'll leave it and come back to it like a few weeks so it's fresh. And then I decide if it's good. And White Rabbit, I mean, I remember I was writing it in Christine McConnell's spare bedroom in her house. And David was there. And I remember David came in and was like, what was that? That was good. So it's David's, I think it's David's favorite song I've done. So normally, like, if David likes it, I kind of am like, oh, there's got to be something to it. Because, you know, David's a huge critic. So he'll tell you if he doesn't like something. Do you keep your songwriting notebooks? I have this bizarre and unhinged process, which is filling up a songwriting notebook. And when it's done, I destroy it. So I've been keeping journals and songwriting notebooks since I was 13, and none of them have survived. When they're done, they get burned, thrown away, torn up, shredded. I just think it's good to move on. It's good to move on. Do a few more questions here. Any songwriting tips? Lucky Bot, thank you for asking. I would say that the best songs, if you ask like Jolene or Landslide or like these people's stories, are usually that they sat down and wrote it in 15 minutes. So I think with songwriting, if you're forcing it, nothing good is going to happen. If something magically falls out of you, it's probably good. I remember I was talking to Michelle on the podcast, and Michelle Branch said that, I said, how did you know when you were like 16 that you were writing all this good music? And she was like, well, it didn't feel like I was writing. She said it sort of felt like I was downloading information from like another universe, which is kind of space age, but like if it really is good inspiration and it's flowing, it really shouldn't feel like work. It should feel like you're like a conduit, like it comes out of you. And a lot of times I don't even know what I'm writing about until it's done. Who Loves You Baby from the new album? I remember I wrote that, and at the end I was like, wow, this is a song about fucking other people. And I didn't really get it while I was writing it. Some people do instrumental first and then lyrics. Have you ever done that? No. I always, like I said, write in order. Sometimes I come up with the guitar riff first, like let's say Heavy Crown, the do 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 do. I came up with that first, and then I was like, well, this should be a song, and then I wrote it chronologically. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions here and then dip out. Thank you guys for coming and doing this. Off topic, but are you going to bring back the OG Trixie robes? You never know. We might be doing new ones. Do you write your song? Okay, gosh, there's so many good questions. Oh my God. What's your favorite song on the album? You guys, it's kind of corny, but I think Hello Hello. Like, when I wrote that, I was like, this might be one of the coolest songs I've ever written. So, I've kind of accepted that's probably one of the best songs I'll probably ever come out with. Or like my personal, like, wow, I did a good job. You know, that made me feel like I did a good job. So let's do some winners, shall we? So the winners. We have some items we're going to give away. We're going to give away a Trixie Mattel signed guitar from Fender. It's beautiful. I signed it in person at Amoeba. It's beautiful. I almost wanted it for myself. We're giving away a vinyl test pressing. You guys, this is something that's very valuable. So when you make vinyl, you get a test pressing, which is basically the first pressing before the first pressing. It's the test. So it could have flaws. It could be perfect. It's a test pressing. You'll be the first one who ever has it. A signed tennis ball from the Come On Loretta shoot, one of the real tennis balls we used to hit around on set. And then there's another signed tennis ball. So you guys are going to be contacted via my management's Instagram account. Okay? So have your DMs open. So we have some winners of the tennis balls. Are you ready? One of the winners is Ansley Siren. It could be Ansley Siren. Congratulations, they are the winner. You have won a signed tennis ball. It's pink. Either this is going to be a great piece of memorabilia for you, or you're going to feed it to your dog. Either way, I'm real happy for you. That's fierce. So congratulations. Did you enjoy making the video for Come On Loretta? Yes. Other than my feet hurt all day. But it was actually really nice and cold out. It was like 68. And so Mario and I, who got to play my rival, we just had fun hitting the tennis balls all day. So that's one person who won. Congratulations on your ball. Okay. The next person who wins a ball, this person is named Elizabeth Nordine. You have won a ball. Congratulations. One of the real balls that we hit around on set. Congratulations. You know what? If you guys can get together and you can put them on the bottom of donate it to your grandma for her walker so she can have a stylish little tennis ball. How did you get Katya involved in the Come On Loretta video? Honestly, you guys, I'm always trying to save money, and I just called her and said, will you do an announcer voice? And she said yes. It was that easy. Okay. The next person, this is a really good prize. Okay, whoever wins, this is the person who wins the vinyl test pressing. This is really fierce. I don't even have one of these. The winner is Parker Groshans. They are the winner. Congratulations, Parker. You won the test pressing of the vinyl. That is very valuable. Very, very cool and very valuable. Congratulations. That is really cool. Did you practice playing tennis for the video? Kimberly, oh my God, Brandon took me to the tennis courts when we were here doing Trixie Motel, and he would take me and he would try to teach me to play tennis. Obviously, I wasn't that good. But yeah, congratulations, Parker. That's a really good prize. And then finally, you guys, this is the last prize. This is a signed guitar from Fender. It's like a berry pink. It's beautiful. And if you don't play guitar, this would be an amazing piece of decoration. The great thing about guitars is they're works of art, so you don't even have to play it. Just put it on the wall. The winner of the signed guitar, this is really fierce. Quinn, winner. You are the winner. Congratulations. You are the winner of the signed guitar. Now, Quinn, Parker, Elizabeth, and Ansley, watch your DMs because my management's going to reach out to you to figure out how to mail this to you. But this is my first after party for a music video, and I think it was really fun. And it kind of took me back to my time of live streaming. Live streaming is stressful and wild. So, congratulations to all you who won. I am very proud of you, impressed, and you did what you... By the way, if anybody ever doubts me for having a crooked nose again, this is me looking right at the camera. Okay, this is me right at the camera. Look how crooked this is. Can you believe that? Isn't that insane? Anyway, I have a crooked nose. Thank you guys for joining me. Enjoy the video, and I didn't mean to turn you on by dressing like a Playboy rabbit in the video, but it's not my fault that you got turned on. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a blessed day, and listen to White Rabbit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye. And a special thank you to Nick Golston, my music producer, Ashley and Tomas, my music producers, Michelle Branch for making my dream come true, and my partner David for walking in the room and being like, this is a good one. You need to record this one. Because, you know, like I said, David's a huge bitch and he'll tell me if he hates it. So thank you guys very much. I love you. Goodbye.